let's talk about days where you don't feel like doing nothing, days where you just feel like relaxing, days where you just want to lay down in a bed and stay in a bed all day long. I think that we are supposed to do that. I literally feel like resting is a ritual. And I actually seen this lady post that. She posted it on Facebook, and I said, that is definitely a fact. Resting is a ritual. So if you have ever questioned yourself on whether or not you should get up, on whether or not you should lay down, on whether or not you should relax, listen to your body. Listen to your body. Because resting is something that everybody needs. Every physical vessel needs to relax and rest. So if you landed on this video and you're one of the ones who are caught up in the hustle and bustle of life, fight or flight energy, hustling, hustle, hustle, hustle. That is fight or flight energy. That is that is saying you're not grounded to the universe. I'm not grounded and I'm imbalanced and I need to ground badly. That is what that's saying. So, meditating 5 minutes a day, and if you do not know how to sit down and meditate for those couple of minutes, because when your body is used to getting up, going and going and going and moving and doing, it's a muscle you got to train. So even if you could sit down for 2 minutes, 2 minutes throughout your day and relax, do that. Your body is going to thank you. And you will begin to train yourself to not feel driven to run and go and go. Instead, you'll feel driven to relax, light a candle. Like I just lit a candle just now. It's a candle. The name of the candle is Mindful. And just to relax and just calm yourself down. And just take a load off. And I know, although some of us really don't have that much time to do that, but you can create the life that you want. You can create the life that you want because you deserve to be happy. Now, I know things happen in our life where we feel like I don't deserve this and I don't deserve that. And we begin to question ourselves on whether or not we are enough, especially if somebody do us dirty. And we like, they did me dirty. Now I feel horrible. I've just beat myself up because somebody else did me dirty. When we're not supposed to look at it like that. We're supposed to take that energy and transmute it into something unforgettable. Like, I'm going to give you an example. Now, it took me a couple months to understand what I was supposed to do with this energy. But I was dealing with this young guy for like 2 years, only 2 years. He's running around telling people 3 years, but I'm going to tell the truth. It was only 2 years. And during this experience that I had with him, I gave him all of me. I gave him the love. I gave him the attention. I cooked for him. I did all of that. But I realized that I was giving a boyfriend, husband experiences. Only your husband is supposed to get that experience, not a boyfriend. Not the cooking and cleaning and washing clothes. Da, 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 da. Although, when you get in a relationship, you're in a relationship for a large amount of time. 2 years is supposed to be courting. It's supposed to be only dating, not moving in together and trying to make a life together when it's not even that season to do it in. And I've been celibate for a while now. I've been by myself for a while now. I'm just telling y'all about the last relationship I was in. 2 year relationship. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. As I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, I also gave him too much leeway. Too much of me. And so when I realized I gave him too much of me, I was willing to leave because he was cheating. He cheated on me 3 times that I know of. So 3 strikes, I was out of there. Okay? And so of course I left, and during the time I was gone, I started missing him and I was hurt. Like, how could he do this to me? When really it was, how could I do that to myself? Girl, you know what you deserve. You know what you deserve. You deserve the best. And so I left. And so I transmuted that energy and I started pouring into myself and loving on myself and speaking to myself in the mirror and building myself up. Because there's one thing we're not supposed to do, allow, and it is expect another person to build us up. We're supposed to pour into our own glass, and that's just what it is. And so I was able to leave, and I transmitted that energy by working out, by pouring into myself. I journaled a little bit. I spoke to myself in a positive way, and during the process, I learned that I can transmute more of that energy. And so I just was like, I could transmute energy into something better and it feel better because I know better. I know that I'm supposed to do this and I can do this. And so I started transmuting energy. And that's important. We don't think in terms of transmuting energy. You know? We don't think in terms of that. However, I was able to write an ebook, well, which I will be introducing to this channel really soon. And it's called Transmuting Energy. And I actually talk about what happened a little bit in the book in my relationship, which got me to the point of understanding what transmuting energy is. So I said that to say this. Every time I go through something, or every time you go through something in your life, you can process it through a negative way or a positive way, a high frequency or a low frequency. And when you're too attached to the experience, you have to learn the art of detachment. The art of detachment will show you exactly what to do when things like that happen, or what to do when you really want to detach from a situation. I don't care if it's a job and you really want to detach from it, but you know it's going to you have to plan, right? Prepare as much as you can before you let the job go. But me, I just left the relationship. I didn't care what I had because I know God got me. And God got you too. You got to know that the faith in God must be bigger than your experience. It must be bigger than your circumstance. Or you will have a challenge. You will have a challenge in separation. Separation and detaching has to be something that you don't mind doing for your peace of mind and your sanity. When you leave a situation or person or place or thing because it's affecting you and it's not benefiting you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, right? When you disconnect from it, gladly, proudly walk away, you're telling the universe that you respect yourself and you love yourself enough to let go. Period. So, I just wanted to come on here and talk about this. I don't know who this is for, but I'm human and I have experiences. I have human experiences and I have spiritual experiences. And we all have experiences in our life. I just want to open up about a little bit about myself in hopes that you guys feel comfortable over here on your Safe Space YouTube channel. This is for you. I'm creating and my goal is to really anchor in over here and get comfortable, you know, and ultimately coach, because I am a coach. I am a life coach. And when you go through things in your life and you understand the provision that God have on you and the purpose that God has for you, you don't stagnate. You no longer stagnate. And when you do stagnate, it's okay, because life is ebb and flow. It's not consistent up. It's not consistent moving up. It's not consistent going up. No, you got to give yourself grace, right? For real, you got to ebb and flow. Have fun. Ebb and flow and have fun. And stuff come in to destroy it a little bit, but you got to hold on to the peace that you got in your mind and in your heart, and you got to flex it in your life. I heard flex it in your life. Flex your peace. Flex your peace. Flex your peace. Seriously, though. Anyways, I love you. Be mindful. Be willing to evolve. And this is your safe space over here on this YouTube channel. I love you. I'll talk to you guys soon, okay?